All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Gatesville Lady Hornets softball against the Connally Lady Cadets. I'm Jacob Padgett, along with my co-host David Delatorre, and we'll be bringing you the live action outside of the Gatesville softball stadium here as our girls look on to play the Connally Cadets. David, it's awfully kind of windy out here.
It is very windy right now, dude. I could barely hear you.
I tell you right now, this game is going to start a little earlier than it was scheduled for. It was scheduled for 7 o'clock, but our JV girls took... All right, folks, we're coming back. Gatesville Hornets are coming into this game with a 13-7-1 overall. They're 0-0 in district. This is the first district game, I believe, David, that the Lady Hornets are playing. Always important to start off the district with a win. And right now, the Gatesville Hornets' high-powered offense is going to be a huge challenge for the Connally Cadets team to stop. Also, something that the Connally Cadets might be dealing with is they're having to they're using a brand new pitcher today. They just lost their pitcher yesterday, so we're anticipating a lot of walks.
Oh, is that right?
For Gatesville to be on the receiving end of. Again, Connally's got a struggling pitcher, so I look for the Gatesville Lady Hornets to take advantage of that often and early.
Well, I mean, you guys still, they're going to do their best. I said, after watching the girls warm up and pitch, I mean, they look pretty good. I'm
not telling you a secret, David. I got my hand over the mic here so that we're trying to keep the wind from picking up here on the mics, as we're hoping that this table doesn't blow down from the 25-mile-per-hour wind that's coming across Central Texas this evening.
Oh, yeah? Oh, man, I'm way too loud. How about that? Gatesville again is coming in here. Connally comes in here as the underdog, David. I look for Gatesville to take care of business. Boy, I'd be surprised if it went the entire inning, the entire stretch. What do you think, David? I think you're right. It's just right now I'm trying to block the wind as much as I can.
We're fine. Wind never hurt anybody.
I'll tell you what, if the wind keeps picking up, we're going to end up being like Wizard or Boss. We're going to be in the twist. We're going to be like, oh, look, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh, I knew that was coming. I woke up this morning going, I know you're going to work that in some way. We're not in Kansas anymore. The most played out movie quote ever. I've never heard that one before. Good one,
Hey,
David.
look, it's a good, okay? It's a good. Well, no, it's okay.
Number 8, playing left, Jalea Haynes.
And right now we got, ladies and gentlemen, is introducing the players as they come on with the Connally.
Number 5, Leah Morgan. The Lady Cadets are coached by.
Well, we're going to take this time and we can talk about our own softball team here. We've got number 0. That's going to be Briley Ford. Number 1, she's the pitcher. She's one of Gatesville's pitchers. Madison Hester. Number 2, Grace Carruthers. She's the second baseman. Number 3, Haley Wilson. She's our outfielder. Number 4, Amelia Lankenstrass. She plays shortstop and outfielder, a bit of a utility player there. Number 5, Kaylee Featherston. She's also a pitcher and first baseman. Number 6, Journey Garrett. She's a first baseman. Number 8, Rayleigh Glover. She's a center fielder. Number 10, Emma Rabel-Neal, first baseman. 11, Adeline Shelton, shortstop and outfield. Number 12, Kenley Gardner, third baseman. Number 13, Leah Torres. She's a real utility player. She can go all over the field. Number 19, Madison Burnell. She's an outfielder. Number 22, Kimona Ibet. She's the catcher. Number 44, Emily Moore, playing outfield. You got that memorized, David?
Somewhat.
Number 13 in your DP, Leah Torres.
Leah Torres.
I tell you what, though, for both teams, the wind is going to be at the pitcher's back. That's a pitcher's dream right there. It's not going to take any velocity off. It might affect how the ball moves up and down, though. These pitchers might have a hard time having their control there, but velocity will not be an issue this evening, as the wind is going to be at both of the pitchers' backs.
Well, like I said, if you want to know
the mile per hour winds. Just look at the Gatesville Hornets flag. As you can see, it's flopping like crazy.
You said the wind? Oh yeah, the.
Number 5.
We're just hoping that our cameraman Diego over there doesn't get blown away.
I'll be like, he's going. The 40, the 30. He's at it.
Number 22.
This is a softball broadcast, David. We're not doing football.
That's right. My bad.
That was a nice little Chris Berman imitation there.
The Hornets are coached by Andrea Holbrook and assisted by Joanna White, Robert Clater.
Tell you what, these coaches have done a phenomenal job with these Lady Hornets.
Please stand and join us in honoring.
We'll talk about that after here. We do play the wonderful national anthem here.
And like the gentleman says, let's play ball.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps. I don't care how many times I listen to the national anthem. It gives me goosebumps every time.
Does it?
And I love it because it means it's the start of a sporting event. And these Lady Hornets are exciting to watch. And I'll tell you what, David, I've got high hopes for both Lady Hornets softball and then Hornets baseball. In fact, Hornets baseball is taking place here in about 10 minutes. They'll be playing Brownwood, so we've got overlapping coverage here for you folks. We've got a boys game going on against Brownwood and Connally. They're both taking place here in Gatesville, so if you're not doing anything, come on to either one of those games. If you can't make it, too bad. We got you covered. Again, David, not talking down on the Connally Cadets. I just don't know that this game's going to make it the distance, especially if their pitcher's kind of struggling.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if it did. I should say that. We hope it goes the distance on their behalf. We hope it's a good game with Gatesville on top.
Well, right now you just gotta hope that our girls can deliver very well. All right, that's all we got to worry about.
Oh, yes. Well said. Right now we've got number 1. That's going to be Madison Hester. She's going to get the nod to start today. And she's going to be dealing with a crosswind. We talked about it earlier, like the wind's at their back. It's actually going to be more kind of coming in from their back and then transitioning to sideways. So, again, a lot of movement on the ball. The batters are going to be seeing this ball playing all kinds of tricks on them. Whoever can be the most disciplined at the plate, don't swing at anything that's not in there, is going to be the difference maker right here. And I'd look for our Gatesville girls to showcase that discipline tonight.
Yeah, well, like I said, do what?
In hindsight, you should have. Because that's where I was at the first game. Because
we got Officer White here giving us, after he watched us set this whole thing up here, says that we should have set on the other side.
I do agree, because right now I got dust in my eye and I can't even see right now.
David, you don't have to yell. We have a mic right here.
Well, I'm trying my best I can with this wind, all right?
You make it sound like we're being sucked up in a tornado.
We are, okay? Like I said, we're not going to be in Kansas anymore after this.
All right, we got the first pitch right here. Madison Hester, first pitch is a swinging strike. Counts 0-1 on the Connally Cadet hitter.
Beautiful form, but that's a hit. That's a foul.
That's a foul. And this is number 4, Mallory Hancock for the Connally Cadets. As she's looking at an 0-2 right off the bat, no pun intended, is in a hole. And this is definitely a pitcher's count here. Right here. Madison looks on. She's ready to deliver.
2-0.
And a swinging strikeout. And as Hester records her first KO of the game here.
KO.
Well, it's K, but I like to like knocked out.
You can hear the fans hyping up for that.
This is number 2, Brian Miller for Connally.
We got one out right now, as you can see. Well, as we can see. We're just trying to give the audience. There's the swing.
And that ball's right to us, David. You might want to get your glove down for that.
Yeah, I'll get a souvenir.
I just want you to know that I would dive in front of you or in front of a ball for you, David. I don't expect you to do the same for me. 0-1 to Miss Miller here.
1 strike.
Madison Hester gets the instruction from her coach. Looks on. Her and the catcher agree.
There's
and she
pitch.
delivers.
Ooh, strike.
Ooh, that was a high fastball, and it got Miller to chase, and she swung at that one.
That's what you like to see, ladies and
A
gentlemen.
little bit. That one actually looked like it might have been a little out of the zone, and great job by Hester by putting enough on it to get Miller to chase up high.
Right now, again, they're just warming up. The game's just started. Like I said, as the game progresses, our players are going to show their true athleticism. Right now, here comes the 2-0, and it's out.
That's going to be a headache for someone. Thank goodness for the roof on the dugout. Still 0-2 count for Miss Miller. Hester getting back-to-back batters now in the 0-2 hole.
Coach is trying to give the signal to try to change it up a little bit.
Miss Miller trying to figure out what pitch is coming next. Hester's got a bunch of tricks in her bag here.
Ball.
That's going to be a little bit on the outside of the plate. Hester trying to catch that corner there, trying to act like a little Rembrandt action. Miss Miller showing great discipline, lays off of that pitch.
Right now it's 1-2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. She's going to try to seal the deal, try to close it out. What do you think, Jacob? You think she's going to close it out?
This is going to be a strike right here.
Ooh.
I still think if we had instant replay on that might.
Seal the deal, try to close it out. What do you think, Jacob? You think she's going to close it out?
This is going to be a strike right here.
is checking with the
first baseman umpire to see if they if Miss Miller successfully checked her swing, and she did.
That was close. She almost hit the player too on my end.
Ball looked a little inside the zone, but what do I know here? And that's another outside. It looks like Miss Miller's kind of figured out where this ball's going. Now remember, look what side it's going on the outside, David. That's the side that the wind is blowing. I'm not saying that if the wind is catching it, but I wonder if the wind is playing tricks. Right now, we have a full count for you here, folks.
3-2.
Hester here to deliver.
She's going to deliver it.
The payoff pitch.
Ooh, that's
and that's going to be a hit batter, and that looks like it's a hit batter. Either way, it was a hit and a... Looks like they're going to call foul. It looked like it hit the batter. I guess she hit herself. That's going to be a foul ball.
Right now we're trying
No. That's going to be...
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, how can the batter be out on a foul? They're going to have to reset the count here. We'll go back to a full count, 3-2. Alrighty, got the confusion out. Scoreboard's not accurate, but we'll keep you in. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Hester looks on for the payoff pitch here again.
Pitch.
Swings at that high pitch ball. Great velocity by Hester. 1-2 down. Another one bites the dust, quite literally.
We are eating the dust right now.
No, not as much as the Lady Cadets are, because Hester is dealing with fire.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the second out.
And this is going to be number 13, Patience Daniel. Let's see if she can prove her name right. Can she show patience at the plate and make Hester deliver 3 strikes? That's a little low there. That's going to be 1-0. It's the first batter to get up in the count on Hester so far. It's just the third batter. Hester's got two Ks on the game, 2 batters.
Here comes the pitch.
That's going to be a foul. But can you imagine if you're a fan, David, and you don't have this backstop behind? You're watching the game. You'd have to have the instinct of a shortstop.
I mean, I agree. Right now, the coach is trying to give the signal to change up the pitching style.
Either that, or she's putting off her pick. No, hold on. Yep. Yep, that's a nice one. She looked like. That one looked like a nice, dirty pitch. Had a lot of movement. Like the bottom just sank out of that one. Good job by Hester.
getting Patience to be fooled on that one. Yeah, that's that right there. Patience sat on it. That's 3 batters up and 3 down for Gatesville, and we're going to go to commercial break.
B&K Air Conditioning and Heating, we service all brands of AC and heating systems. We are a Goodman and a Manna A+ dealer. We also install and service mini-split systems. We always do our best to offer same-day service even on the weekends. We service Gatesville and all surrounding communities. We offer financing on new systems, change-outs, and major repairs. Just call or text your service request to 254-216-3372 and we'll be happy to help you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after that short little break after the top of the ending with Gatesville striking out Connally.
Yeah, Hester was dealing first 3 batters, three strikeouts. So right now, Gatesville is showing that they're gonna, makes their defense, their outfielders and shortstop, first base, second baseman, makes it very easy for them when Hester's just dealing fire on top of the pitching mound. We talked about it before. Chloe Rubio is not the Connally Cadets standard pitcher. She was just announced as their pitcher today as they were trying to figure out who is their best talents for the pitcher as their other one from yesterday bowed out. So again, don't know what the circumstance is here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do velocity. I look for our Gatesville Hornets to tee off on this pitcher. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. I'm just trying to say it like it is, David. I'm being dead serious. Look, pitching is not easy, and it's not a position you can just throw anybody in.
Yeah,
You've got to have control, velocity.
I agree, dude, because it really is hard on your arm. Or what's it, the shoulder? Is that right? Yeah,
Show everything, your whole
yeah.
core.
I know I was looking at some UIL rules for the high school. I think your pitcher can only pitch up to 31 to 51, and then they have to sit out for 1 game to rest.
Okay, so you got to keep the pitch count. But again, you can tell when Hester pitches, that's her position. Just watching this young lady here, Chloe Rubio, is going to be Connally's starting pitcher. She doesn't look like she's going to be able to put in any velocity on it. It almost looks just a little faster than slow pitch softball. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to illustrate to you folks what the Lady Hornets are going to be dealing with here. And they look like a lot of velocity, unless she wasn't trying to bring it. So we'll see how Miss Rubio can do if she can get ball control and velocity here.
Right now, here comes the batter.
This will be Briley Ford, number 0. Or excuse me, no, this will be number 4, Amelia Lankenstrass. Well,
easy read.
it's going to be a lot of walking or a lot of hitting, one or the other. That ball's not coming out at them pretty quick, so it's not going to fool anybody, David. These girls are going to get a lot of opportunities and a lot of time to sit there and see that ball. Again, Rubio not the full-time pitcher for the Cadets.
Here comes the pitch. Ooh,
That's going to be a foul. And you know what, though? Kudos to the young lady, Miss Rubio, for stepping up and playing a position that's probably not super comfortable for her, but doing it at such short notice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing it away, not the most friendly environment. So kudos to her. I really like seeing that. Seeing young ladies step up and for their team.
Well, here comes the second pitch, or third pitch, excuse me, and that's another ball.
Having a hard time working on that location. Miss Rubio's having a hard time working on location and getting some speed, but first thing, what she's just trying to do, she's just trying to deliver some strikes, regardless on how fast it gets there.
Right now, the ball count is 2-1, 2 balls and 1 strike.
As slow as she's pitching, she might want to try to aim for the inside and let the wind carry that ball. Speaking of the wind carrying the ball, this is going to be in the outfield, and that's going to be too much for the Cadets. And number 4, Lankenstrass is going to go turn this into a triple at the least. Woo. She's going to stop and put the brakes on there. No, she's not. Ooh. She's going to do an in-park home run.
And ladies and gentlemen, Gatesville's up by 1-0. Congratulations.
Hester shows her dominance on the pitching circle, and the Gatesville Hornets showing their dominance as a hitter. Again, we talked about this. I'd be very surprised if this actually went the distance. Great job by that young lady. Now this is Briley Ford here for Gatesville.
Briley looks like she's ready. She says, "Bring it." And there's the first pitch. And
that's another smack, and that was going to be number 2, Miss Miller. That was out. It looked like it dropped out of her glove, but they're going to count that as an out. Line drive to the shortstop.
Miss Miller of the Lady Cadets, and she caught that. I thought she bobbled it and hit the ground.
No, I mean, what do I know? Okay,
Well,
yeah, what do I know?
I agree, but you are right in this one. Looked like she pinned she used the ground to pin it down, but nonetheless, that's an out.
Number 8 for the Gatesville Hornets. Who would that be, Jacob?
That is going to be Rayleigh.
Rayleigh smacks it out, sends it, it's going, and that's an out.
That's going to be another out. Lady Cadets right now showing support for their pitcher, Chloe Rubio, and I'm sure Miss Rubio appreciates that. And that right there can fix some struggling pitching, David. Some great outfield play and some Miss Miller, the shortstop of the Lady Cadets. That'll help a pitcher out of a bind in a hurry. And this is going to be number 12, Connally Gardner.
Gardner up for the pitch, smacks it, and it's
Oh,
foul.
there
Here it
goes
comes, ladies and gentlemen. Heads up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness! It just went about 6 inches from an unsuspecting spectator there, and some kid's gonna get lucky. Kid's gonna get a snow cone.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a dangerous play. Almost smacking one of the audience in the background.
Well, let me tell you something. It was going behind the bleachers, but hit the light pole and came back and almost hit an unsuspecting Hornet supporter. Well, let's try this again. This time, let's get nobody hurt. Oh, that's a heck of a hit. That's a heck of a hit.
And she misses. She's going to first. She's going down to second. Ladies and gentlemen, stays at the second base. What an amazing hit.
That's going to be a double for Connally Gardner here. That'll be a 2-out double. That's going to bring up number 6, Journey Garrett. Don't stop believing.
You play too much.
That's a song by Journey. Just giving Miss Journey, some credit here. All right, scores 1-0, 2 outs.
Oh, we
got a runner on second. We just got a cadet outfielder tying their shoe.
Got time.
Gatesville Hornet offense is having the outfield running for the lives out there.
But right now, our Gatesville Hornets is showing that, hey, we are ready here to play ball. We're going to smack it out of the field while we can.
That last shot by Connally Gardner, had it not be so windy, David, I think that ball makes it out of the ballpark.
And she smacks it, foul ball.
And that's Miss Garrett here. She's going to start off 0-1. She makes contact, gets it foul from the pitch from Miss Rubio. I tell you, I love it hearing these fans playing, they're blowing their bullhorns and all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking all these people should have been in band.
0-1. Here comes the pitch. Journey ready. Smacks it. Another foul ball.
Oh my goodness, this thing is just missing people. I think next time I'm bringing a batting helmet.
I think I may bring a batting helmet too, because that's pretty close.
Well, nonetheless, it is an 0-2 hole for Journey Garrett with 2 outs. She's looking to make contact here. She's gonna have to expand the strike zone here, as hitters tend to do. It's 2 strikes. Now Miss Rubio can. She's got a lot of pitches to work with now here.
Journey smacks it. Another again. Foul ball incoming.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Thank goodness nobody was drinking from the water fountains. That smacked right into the water spout.
I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you would need to bring some headgear protection.
We're gonna do this again. 0-2 pitch, 2 outs to Miss Journey.
Runner on second base. Gatesville Hornets leading up by 1.
Offering coming from Miss Rubio.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
And that's going to be high. Great discipline by Journey, but again, that's where that velocity, David, kind of works against you. If you're a struggling pitcher, that ball was high, and you can see that a long way. If it had a lot of velocity on it, doesn't give the batter enough time to make that decision. Causes them to be indecisive.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Smacks it. Foul ball going left side field. Smacks it in the corrugated iron.
Miss Garrett showing that she can go oppo foul as well. And that'll be once again reset here, and it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Offering coming here any second from Miss Rubio. Journey Garrett working the pitch count for the Gatesville Hornets here. I like it.
Once again, runner on second base. Count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Journey once again will do the honors. Here comes the pitch. Low.
That pitch is low, and that's going to be.
And she's still at the base.
Oh,
she's going for it. No.
No.
Oh.
That was a great job by Miss Gardner.
Miss Gardner able to steal third base, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's what we like to see.
She was on her horses, too, because Rubio got that ball, and she delivered a strike to her third baseman, put her third baseman a chance to make a play on the ball. But Miss Gardner's showing way too much speed for that.
I know her coach is trying to give her some great motivation, saying, great
They're
job.
just making sure that her right hand is good to go and all that. They got time. Usually when you slide in, you see in the major leagues, they have that little oven mitt looking deal to protect their hand. And these Lady Hornets, they're flying around these bases, whether they're sliding or just straight up sprinting.
Right now, count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third base. Here comes the pitch.
That's a little high.
Ball.
Again, Miss Journey getting her money's worth here. She's saying, hey, I want as many pitches as you're willing to give me.
I'll take it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Actually, it should be a full count. Yeah,
there it
full
is.
Count. Yeah, full count.
Good call, David.
Here we go. No, it's been foul.
No, she made contact on that. That ball was a little high, though. I feel like if she would have sat on it, just sat on it.
That would have been a free base. That would have been a free walk right there. Once again, like you said, Jacob, full count, 3-2 and 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Miss Rubio here, agreeing with her catcher here, and she's going to give off the payoff pitch.
Smacks in, a foul ball, heads up. Once again.
And would you believe it, David? Another foul. All right, it didn't hit anybody, so no harm, no foul.
Hey, just get ready to catch the ball if it comes to us. Man, that wind is not letting up.
No, it's a wind advisory. It's not going to let up until tomorrow evening, I believe. Weather report brought to you by Hornet Radio. Rubio with the payoff pitch. This ball's going to be in play. And Miss Miller's going to go in for the grab and make the third out. But not before the Hornets get on the board first, and they draw first blood with that inside the park home run. And it's going to be 1-0, and we're going to commercial break.
Mugi Heating and Air is your local, hometown heating and air conditioning professional. Whether it be new construction or service of an existing unit, Tim and his team of professionals can get the job done right the first time. Recognized as a Rheem Pro partner, they have the experience and support to tackle any size job, residential or commercial. Give them a call at 254-223-0604, member of the Better Business Bureau.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Gatesville leads up 1-0. So, what do you like? What do you like so far about that first inning?
Well, the first inning just demonstrated Madison Hester's control, command on the pitches. She's hitting the plate where she wants to. She's not making anything easy on the Lady Cadets hitting, and then right back around. Hey, we only scored 1, but Gatesville's got 2 base runners on offense. So they scored 1. Another one was stranded at third base. One thing I saw for Lady Cadets, which is actually a surprise, is Rubio getting through it with just 1-0. And to me, if I'm a Lady Cadet, I'm actually thrilled at that, because at any inning, these Lady Horns can open it up on the Lady Cadets here. Now, you feel like that's about to happen. Madison Hester looks to keep her strike streak going here, as she's going to be facing the first batter in this inning for the Lady Cadets, and that's going to bring up number 1, Kayana Moore. And she's going to have her work scheduled for her, because Madison Hester is not letting up.
2-1-1. So there's the coach's play.
The coach gives her what kind of pitch she wants in there.
Madison with the first pitch. Smacks in foul ball.
Boy, I tell you what, hey, credit to Lady Cadets just getting contact on that. That ball was ripping. I don't have a calibrated eye, but I say it was going fast.
I'll tell you one thing. I do not want to be behind that ball.
Well, it's a long broadcast. You need to tell me more than one thing, David.
Okay, so it all started in 1994.
I'm not sure where you're going with that, but it's 0-1 here.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch.
That was certainly low, and Miss Moore knew that, and she laid off of it.
I said a 1-2 pitch. It's supposed to be 1-0 pitch.
No, 0-1 pitch. Now
Yes.
it's 1-1.
Yes, that was 1-1. Apologies, I missaid that. Anyways,
Go run around. Go do a lap around the outfield.
I'll do a lap around the field. Yes. Right now, Madison's still trying to check. Doing great so far. 1-1 pitch. Smacks
Oh,
it.
that was a great
Right
hit.
field center. Oh my! Oh, drops the ball.
That was going to be off the glove of Grace Carruthers, but her teammate, number 11, Adeline Shelton, had her back. So now that's a lead. That'll be a leadoff single. But good job by the outfield by Miss Shelton to keep the runner at first base, because that looked like if she made any type of hesitation, that runner was going to second. Miss Moore was going to go over to second. All right, that'll bring up number 15. That's not our pitcher. That's the pitcher for this evening against the Hornets. That's Lady Cadet pitcher Chloe Rubio.
Strike one.
Looks to do some damage here. No outs. Runner on first. Hester delivers a first strike.
0-1 from the officials. Well, the Empire, you want to say?
Not the Empire.
Empire.
Got a bunch of Jedis out here that might not like the sound of that.
Second pitch.
Ooh.
Strike two.
Let me tell you something. Hester is dealing both of those, whether Chloe swung at those or not, we're going to be strikes. And I mean, she's just getting it past. She's just getting it past it. Rubio late on both swings.
Runner on first base. Comes the third pitch.
That's a little low. Not a bad idea though. If you're Hester, trying to get them to see if you can get them to get the batter to chase a little bit. See if you can get Miss Rubio to chase out of the zone. Don't give her nothing right down the middle. 0-2. The hitter hasn't deserved anything like that. Give him outside corner. See if you can get him chase.
Pitcher's ready. 1-2 pitch. Ooh. What? That's a ball.
I tell you right now, I love it.
What?
No. I love it when the catchers, that was, I bet, no, that's going to be, looks like that. Who is that catcher there?
Right now, 2-2 pitch. Here he comes. And that's a strike.
Yeah, there you go. Credit to the catcher there.
3, you're out.
Credit to the catcher there for framing that. I love it when a catcher frames it for a long period of time to really show to help the ump out and saying, hey, look, that was a strike. That's going to bring up the first out.
That's what we like to see.
And it's going to bring up number 9, Tyler Thomas. That's Tyler Thomas for the Cadets. Hester now ready to deal for another strike.
First pitch.
And that's another strike.
Strike one. Don't you just love that? Strike one.
And Hester tells Thomas, hey, if you want to watch the game, get a ticket. If not, you better be coming up here to swing because I'm throwing strikes at you.
Swing, batter, swings, batter, swing. That's a throwback. Second pitch. Low ball.
I think that was an intentional low. I think that was by design. She looks like she likes to get a strike and then follow up with a kind of a low ball. See if you can get the batter to chase a little bit.
Once again, Connally still has a runner on first base. 1-1 is the count with one out.
The way Hester's dealing, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Here comes this pitch. Swing!
Ooh, that's a nice strike. And Miss Glover throws a dart to first base to check Miss Moore at first base. I tell you what, with a last name like Glover, you better be a ball player, right? And she certainly is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, she's showing us right now. Once again.
We got the 1-2-5 coming, whatever that means, David.
Oh, we're about to find out. Right now it's 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Gatesville will do the honors. Here comes it.
Ooh,
oh, that's a hit.
Inside the hands. And let me tell you something. It looked like number 9 was crowding the plate in there like that.
Oh, man, that's not what you want to see.
Okay, so she's not going to be awarded a base. I think the ump is basically saying she was crowded inside there because she looked like she just stuck her hands in there. Yeah, I think, boy, she was playing right inside there. I think she got her hands across the plate, not giving Hester a place to pitch.
Right now it's still 1-2. I thought they were going to give that a walk, yeah.
Again, if they make contact and if the batter is inside the plate, then Hester has no place to put the ball. So, good job by the ump. Being fair.
Right now it's a 2-2 with 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whoa. Full count.
Yeah, this is going to bring on a payoff pitch here. And let me tell you something. Tyler Thomas here working the count, getting Hester's pitch count up.
She can do it. I know she can do it.
I believe we got a strike coming. You don't even want to put the ball in play. You want to strike. That's going to be a strikeout caught looking by Tyler. And Hester now has 5 strikes on the evening. They're 5 Ks, but I like to call them 5 KOs. That's going to bring up number 7 here, who must be a fictional person because it's not on their roster. No number 7, so this will just be a lady cadet at bat here. Apologize for that, folks. Try to get you the name, but she is not on the current roster. Should we do a roster challenge, David? Can we go to the press box or tell the
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I used to see that all the time in Little League.
All right, yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Also in co-ed softball, adult softball.
Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1-0, 1 ball, no strike.
2 outs, runner on first. That was a leadoff runner. So far, she has not, Miss Moore has not posed any threats. And rest assured, Glover is watching her and her coach. Coach signaling to Glover. Glover signaling to the pitcher here, Miss Hester. Hester now ready to pitch a high one to the fictional batter here for the Lady Cadets.
Well, right now that's 3 balls and no strike. Ooh.
Again, if I'm the batter here, I'm just laying off everything right now. I'm trying to get this walk, trying to draw more to second base. So it'd be interesting to see if she swings at anything right here. Hester needs to just throw a strike here regardless, and that's going to be a ball. And that's going to cause her a 4-pitch walk by Hester, her first of the evening. You don't want to see that. Just need 1 out, double play, not in play, 2 outs already.
We got runners on 2 and first.
They do, we don't.
They do, apologies. Runner on second and first.
All right, this name is going to be a mouthful, so bear with me. It's Jaliyah Robinson Slaughter. Or Slotten, excuse me.
Jeez.
We're just going to call her Jaliyah Robinson.
There's the first strike.
There you go.
That's what we like to see, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like to see. First strike.
We're at the top of the second. 2 outs, 1 strike. Gatesville Hornets lead by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hester dealing. She's got 5 strikeouts on the evening.
Madison will do the honors.
Ooh, that was
good.
Oh my goodness.
But
I liked it. Again, from our angle, it's a little misleading, but I thought that was a strike.
1-1 is the count.
On the close ones, it looks like he's referring to the shortstop umpire here, and shortstop says no check swing.
Like you said, Jacob, 1-1's the count, 2 strikes. Madison will do the honors. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, I love seeing that. I mean, Jaliyah couldn't. I mean, that right there. I don't know that she could have hit that pitch with a tennis racket. There was so much movement on that. Good job. Good pitch by Hester. She's dealing.
Can we get another strike, or do you think it's going to be another ball? I think it's going to be a ball.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, she's got. There's some pitches to play with, so don't give her anything right down the middle. And look, that's going to be a hit.
It down the middle.
That's going to be a routine play here, and that's going to be a number 2, Bryla Miller. Or excuse me, number 2, Grace Carruthers, throwing it to the first baseman, Emma Raby. And I think we're going to throw it to a commercial break.
Hi, I'm Elisa Gregory, realtor with Gold Key Real Estate in Gatesville. Whether you're thinking about buying or selling, I hold the key to your happiness. If needing help to find a lender or how to set your home up to sell, call me for any of your real estate needs. Check out our website at www.goldkeyrealestatetx.com. Always remember that buying or selling a home doesn't have to be so stressful. So give me a call at 254-535-0663. Go Hornets!
All right, folks, we're back. And after doing some talking, David, we found out that the pitcher, the batter that we thought got hit actually was off the knob of the bat. Just looked like a hitter in the hands. and it was not the case. That was actually the pitcher, Madison Hester, coming over here and talking to us and kind of telling us that, hey, that was right off the edge of the bat there.
Right now, it's the bottom of the second. Gatesville still leading 1-0.
Now the Gatesville Hornets, so far defense, which starts with the with the start of the pitching of Hester, pitching on a shutout. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And you know, I will say this though, I feel like any given inning now, the Gatesville Hornets are going to break this game wide open. I feel that way. There's the struggling pitcher, but to the Connally Cadets' credit, their defense has really stepped up and helped.
Well, I will tell you. Well, I'm sorry. I will tell you this. What will break the views is if you please leave a like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more content of the Hornet Radio. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's a foul.
This is number 19, Madison Burnell of Gatesville. I tell you what, these young ladies have a blast in the dugout, don't they? It just always feel like the baseball players and softball players are, out of all the athletes, have the most character besides cross-country runners.
She's going to hit it. She's going to hit it for a single. Watch.
Madison Burnell. Oh, that was a little high.
Oh, no.
That's okay. That's
she knows
okay.
it. She knows it. She knows it.
And I tell you what, Rubio's getting warmed up. That pitch was one of her fastest of the night.
I feel it. I feel a single right here.
I'm greedy. Let's go for a double.
Smacks it on the foul ball. Here he goes.
It leaves the ballpark, but not the way you want it to go. It's right behind the stands here. That's going to work this count 0-2. Right now, Rubio has any pitch she wants to go to against Madison Burnell.
Here we go. Good job. Good job on that read.
Again, that's where velocity is working against Miss Rubio. That ball had ball written all over it from the minute it left her fingertips, and good job by Burnell recognizing that right away. Burnell has that option to really kind of sit there and wait for the pitch that she wants. Again, that's low. She's not going to swing.
Good.
She's not going to give anything cheap. It's 2 strikes, but doesn't mean she needs to panic. Right now, the count's going 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're at the bottom of the second. Hornets lead 1-0.
Smacks it out. It's going.
That's gonna be
it's going.
a playable ball. And that's going to be foul. That's going to be it was a playable foul. Looked like it started off as a playable foul. Wynn kind of carried that away from the Cadets there, close to our cameraman Diego. Maybe I should text him and make sure he's okay. Shout out to Diego.
He'll be like, I'm good. I just got hit.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Right now, count is still 2-2. No outs.
That's high. That's high. Again, that was a slow high ball. That's going to work the count full as Miss Burnell went from 0-2 and has now worked it full, doing her job here. Let's see if she can draw a walk or put the ball in play here.
3-2 pitch. Smacks it.
Oh, that's
it's
going to be
center field.
Snow cone grab for here.
And it's
my goodness, no communication. And Burnell runs it. She's going to third, and she's going to put the brakes on, and she's going to get a leadoff triple as the Cadets could not get their communication out in the outfield. They run into each other. And I think we're going to go to commercial break, David.
Barbecue and the Boneyard live music venue are located at 4305 South Highway 36 in Gatesville, Texas. They offer a wide variety of barbecue in a rustic family setting, as well as catering and deliveries to North Fort Hood, local hotels, and businesses. The Boneyard music venue has some of the most talented musicians live every Saturday night on their outdoor stage. There is plenty of seating room, outdoor games, and focus on family-friendly entertainment. Give them a call today at 254-248-1441.
Davidson's Auto Parts, a CarQuest parts supplier, has been serving the Gatesville community since 1975. Owned and operated by Alan and Gloria Davidson and their knowledgeable staff. They're ready to assist you with all your auto parts needs. Davidson's Auto Parts can assist you with those hard-to-find parts with their self-help section as well as parts ordering. In-town delivery is also available. So stop in or give us a call and let Davidson's Auto Parts assist you with your automotive parts needs. Davidson's Auto Parts, 1811 East Main Street, or call 254-865-7257. Go Hornets!
At Cadence Bank, we're here for all 4 quarters and overtime in your financial journey. Whether you're investing for the future, saving for a dream home, starting a business, or just needing to tackle life's financial challenges, we have the teammates, tools, and game plan to help you win. Experience a financial partner that comes in clutch. Visit cadencebank.com to learn more. Cadence Bank. Your team, your cadence. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, this is Tracy and Stacy Summers with Double S Plumbing. We are family owned and operated right here in Gatesville, Texas. We take pride in what we do and can handle any job, small or large. We can do anything from small repairs to new construction. Give us a call today for all your plumbing needs at 865-6625. And remember, Hornet Fight never dies.
Coriel Welder Supply, locally owned and operated by Danny Scruggs, is your local one-stop shop for all your welding and metal fabricating needs. Located at 412 East Main Street in Gatesville, Coriel Welder Supply can provide you with welding gas, bottle rentals, welding rods, new welding machines and repairs, and much, much more. Give them a call at 254-865-5605 or drop by. You'll be glad you did.
Call Witt Building Supplies for all your building needs. We provide metal buildings and metal roofing for commercial, residential, and agriculture projects. We also carry a full line of fencing supplies and hardware products. Call or come see us at Witt Building Supplies, 254-865-2190 or 1411 North Highway 36 Bypass, across from Pruitt's Shell Store in Gatesville. We are locally owned and operated and proudly support our Hornets.
Alrighty, folks. Hey, we're back, and it's good to see the Lady Cadet able to get back up. And she's actually playing out there, and everybody's okay, and that's what we want, David. We want the Gatesville Hornet victory, but at the same time, not the expense of another team's injury. We want everybody just as healthy, leaving this game just as healthy as they were coming in.
Absolutely, and once again, like even though there is crazy wind, you know, the pitcher for Connally is doing a phenomenal job. She's doing the best she can, and right now, here comes the pitch.
And this is going to be Leah here.
It's out. Oh, she dropped it. She's go.
And that's going to be Leah Torres here getting a lead off, or not a lead off. That's going to be a double. Second batter double, and she's just a freshman, David. Just a freshman on varsity, and she smacks a double in her first bat at district play. Great job for that young lady. Dual sport young lady. She plays volleyball as well, so credit to Miss Torres here. That's going to bring up number 2, Grace Carruthers, our second baseman. We can say ours because she's
smacks it.
That's going to be in play. Miss Torres is going to have to tag up, and she thinks about it and decides not to. Probably a smart decision, as number 14 of the Cadets, Jelia Robinson, all over that one. That's going to be the first out of the bottom of the second. Hornets lead 2-0. Number 11, Adalyn Shelton. Adalyn Shelton coming up. Shelton in the batter's box now. Miss Rubio ready to pitch.
Smacks it low field.
And this ball now putting it in play, and that's going to bring in Torres. She's going to come on home. There will be a play at the plate. Torres is close. It's going to be an out. Oh my goodness. Oh, just a split second too late, and Miss Torres tries to go for it. That's going to be the second out, and you hear everybody in the fans saying, again, she's a freshman. You'd like to probably see her slide on that situation, but nonetheless, great effort by Miss Torres. Again, just a freshman. That's impressive. That's going to bring
Amelia?
That's going to bring number 4, Amelia Lankenstrass. Gates got a runner on second, 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes.
from Miss Rubio to Lankenstrasse. Just when you thought the wind was going to die down, it's picking right back up. Rubio now, second pitch, and that was just a arc rainbow there. No velocity on that one. And Lankenstrasse not fooled one bit. You know, as slow as these pitches are, this might be a perfect chance for Shelton to steal. Speaking of which, she does. She still goes to third, and I was wondering when that was going to take place. Again, David, when you have a pitcher that's struggling with their velocity, it makes it easier for the Gatesville offense to steal on you. Not only hit, but steal on you.
Yeah, it's called wind.
Yeah.
It's all right, Jacob. We love you. So right now it's a 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. First pitch, ball high, and that's a walk.
Yep, that's gonna be a walk for Miss Rubio now. Runners on the corners for the Gatesville Hornets with 2 outs. And that's gonna draw up 0-0 Miss Briley Ford. Have you driven a Ford
no,
lately?
please don't.
Ford is not a sponsor. I was just throwing that out there from the commercials from the 90s.
Actually, they are for the playoffs only.
For NFHS they are.
Yes, I believe, yeah. So right now,
again, runners on the corners, 2 outs. Rubio to pitching to Miss Ford. And it's gonna be a close play at home plate again for Miss Ford, and she's gonna step up and she'll come across standing up, no problem. 3-0. And that'll go down as a wild pitch there. As Connally unable to glove that. 3-0. Runner on third, 2 outs. Miss Ford ready to go against Miss Rubio. Ooh.
Strike.
Yeah, that was a strike. That was one of those. That ball was coming in so slow, kind of like a knuckleball. You know what I mean? Those had like an optical illusion that it, like it was just gonna dip down, but it never did. Sound like I'm in a tunnel.
Right now the count is 1-1 and 2 outs. Runner on third base. Here comes the pitch. Smacks it down middle field.
Smack. That's gonna bring the score up 4-0. And Lankenstrasse comes across home plate for Gatesville as Ford delivered a shot line drive to center field. This is going to be the catcher, Rayleigh Glover here. Got 2 outs now, so the runner's going to be running on any type of contact, whether it's up in the air or in the ground.
Here comes the first pitch. Ball was high. Runner goes
let me tell you something. That's Ford. Doesn't matter if there's contact or not. She's going to steal with the amount of speed she has, and that slow pitch by Rubio. That's a danger. That just spells out steal.
Right now the ball count is 1-0. 1 ball and 2 outs, like Jacob says. Runner on the second base. Who's number 8? Once again, I'm sorry. Say that name again. Number
8 is going to be Glover. She's the catcher.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
So right now, Rubio's showing a pattern. She's throwing a lot of pitches high. She's trying to do that little trajectory arc. You kind of don't see it unless you're playing adult softball. So it's kind of weird seeing that here in a varsity game. But again, Rubio doing what she can in order to give her team a chance here, as she's a last-minute fill-in for pitcher.
Smacks
man,
it.
Yeah, that was.
Left
she got
side.
up underneath that one. It's gonna be fielded by the shortstop of the Lady Cadets, Miss Miller. And that's going to do it, but not before the Gatesville Hornets get a couple on the board, and we're going to go to commercial.
Hi, I'm Kevin, the pharmacist and owner of Gatesville Drug. We are proud supporters of the Hornet community, and we are here to provide all your pharmacy needs. We work hard to offer you the best service with great pricing. We handle all major insurances, and we're the only pharmacy that provides free delivery as well. So come by or call us at 865-2417, and we will be happy to serve you because we live here too.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Gatesville's up 4-0. As we just saw an amazing plays back-to-back.
Well, it was 3 runs in the second inning for Gatesville. Again, I feel like that's going to be the norm for every inning going in is a minimum of 2 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs. And credit to Miss Rubio of the Lady Cadets. I don't want to keep trying to pick on her, and I keep mentioning her name, but again, she's a last-minute fill-in for the Connally Cadets. I just found out today that she was going to be pitching.
I will tell you this: she's doing a phenomenal job. She's doing the best she can, and her school should be proud of that.
Can you imagine that you wake up early in the morning and you're slotted to be the catcher for your team, and then you turn right around going, "Nope, you're not catching, you're pitching." So right now, Gatesville in full command here, offense and defensively, as Hester's putting on a clinic for the Gatesville Hornets. I tell you what, I'm going to be that guy that people are going to be playing that song, I wear my sunglasses at night, because that wind is just throwing dust everywhere. So, folks, I'm not trying to look cool. I just wearing my sunglasses as iPro.
You wear your sunglasses at night? All right.
Yeah. I wear my sunglasses at night so I forget how the song goes.
That's why I don't sing it.
Oh, David says, enough of that. All right, this is going to bring up number 8. This is going to be Jelia Haynes for Connally. Oh, my God, there was nothing but speed on that pitch. It seems like as the game is going, Hester's pitches are getting faster. 1-3-2. That's exactly what I would cover up. That's exactly what I would call out to, David. Oh, my gosh. And Hester doing the speed of light here. That almost was about 1 mile per hour from breaking the sound barrier, folks. 2 pitches, 2 strikes so far to start off the top of the 3rd. Gatesville Hornets lead 4-0. Hester pitching. And that's Jelia Haynes here. I'm calling for time as wind just goes across here. And still calling for time. Now we're ready. Never seen that before. Time being called with the wind.
It happens, man. It happens.
That's a new one on me.
Once again, 0-2.
Woo! 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and let me tell you something. There was all heat on that one. There was no ball movement or anything. That was just straight up velocity that Hester was dealing. That's about her 7th strikeout for the night. My goodness. And this is going to draw up number 4, Mallory Hancock, for the Lady Cadets. 4-1-1. Woo! I got some 4-1-1 for you. Hester's really good.
Trying to get some signals to her coach, trying to see what to do next. Oh man, this wind is
1
not
strike,
letting up.
0-1 count for the Cadets. 1 out. Top of the 3rd. Woo! That's a strike. Doesn't matter if you swing at them or look at them, folks. You throw them on the plate. It's going to be a strike every time. And so far in the 3rd, Hester putting on a clinic that the Lady Cadets did not pay money to come see. That's going to be a little low. You're asking a little too much there. Not a bad idea. 0-2 pitch. You can throw it kind of where you want to, David. See if you can get the batter to chase.
Right now, ball count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Gatesville still leading 4-0. Madison sends it, smacks it, foul ball, hands up, ladies and gentlemen. There it goes, and is out of here.
That's something we haven't seen in a while is foul balls. But you're not going to see a lot of foul balls because Hester's striking so many batters out. This is, I wouldn't mind having a bunch of laminated backwards K symbols, that signify like they do in the majors for strikeouts. They'll do a strikeout corner. That was really low. That ball was skipping across like you're throwing a rock across a pond there. Hester asking for a lot to get that batter to swing at it.
Skippity, skip, bow.
Boy, you could just see the dust coming right off the field there. The wind keeps up. This is going to be a concrete field out here.
Right now, ball count 2-2. Smacks
that
it
ball's
foul.
going to be in play.
And it's...
dive catch.
What a catch.
Great job.
What a beautiful catch.
That looks like that's going to be Oh my word,
that's
gonna be an out. Oh, dive catch!
What a catch!
Connally Gardner showing off her skills. Remember, she shows that, hey, she can not only just score on offense, but boy, she can do a diving catch. I mean, my goodness, she's gonna have to use bleach to clean her uniform off.
And I just show that instant replay. That was an amazing catch.
That was a great catch. I mean, strung out, ball never got out of that glove. Great job by the Gatesville Hornet defense. Good job by Miss Gardner laying it out for her team.
Smacks it, right side field.
Oh, my
Foul
goodness.
ball, heads up.
Oh, my God. Boy, that young man over there had his back turned.
Man.
He still was unfazed by it. He was 10 foot away
from
from having his lights out.
That's all right. Welcome to the ball game. Right now, count is 0-1, 0 ball, or none to 1 strike. Apologies.
Yeah, none to 1. That's good. I never heard it put out that way, but yeah. This is going to be, Connally has now batted through the order. This is the top of the lineup. Bri Miller, she was 0 for 1. She struck out the first time that we saw her this evening.
Here comes the pitch. That's a ball.
Okay. Wing kind of carried that one a little bit to the outside.
Take me out to the ball game. Oh, wait. We are here. Anyways. Right now, count is 1-1, 2 outs.
I tell you what, I'm craving Cracker Jacks now.
Smacks it, foul ball.
Oh, it was almost in play. Almost in play. But I tell you what, Miss Glover over there going full speed almost into the fence. Trying to make a play on just in case that ball was playable. It might have been playable if we didn't have 30-mile-per-hour wind.
You can win them all, Jacob. Oh, hey, look, the wind calmed down. Hey, nice, dude.
Oh,
nice.
For about a split second.
Oh, dang it.
Alrighty, Hester getting the instructions from the coach here.
Right now, ball at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Smash
Miss
it.
Miller makes
another foul ball.
Makes contact, but and we've seen that whenever Connally Cadets are finally able to make contact, it's not in the direction they want it to go.
Right now, the coach is still trying to get her teams to say, hey, we got this. We got this.
No. She's just focusing on getting the right pitch to her pitcher, who's been just dealing.
Well, there's the ball. 2-2.
Right now, the batter going from an 0-2 count and trying to work this thing full.
Two-two's the count. Here comes the pitch. Smacks it.
That's going to be in play right
Center
there.
Field.
Once again, Gardner showing off her Golden Glove skills here. 1 strikeout, 2 outs by Miss Gardner. Good job of the Gatesville Hornets, and you know what? I think we're going to be out to commercial.
& Sons, serving Gatesville and surrounding communities since 1962. Need used auto parts? We have motors, transmissions, lights, mirrors, and wheels. All parts carry a 90-day warranty. We are Gatesville's only local glass shop. We provide glass replacements and chip repairs. Insurance claims welcome, so give us a call at 254-865-6269 for an appointment or questions about inventory. Quinton & Sons, we are Hornet proud.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, after that little small commercial break. Gatesville leading up 4-0. I'll tell you what, Madison is showing her great athleticism, and along with everyone else, it's going to be a good night. This is a good night for us.
Absolutely. She has about 7 strikeouts on the night, but you know what was impressive in that inning was Gardner, her third base play, diving for that second out and then making that routine pop up for her teammates. Great job by Miss Gardner, and guess who's going to be up to bat for Gatesville, David? Miss Gardner. I was trying to see if you would pick up what I was throwing down there.
Sorry, Jacob. I was trying to get with the computers, trying to get all the cameras back up online. But hey, man, they're doing wonderful. You know, the Gatesville Hornets should be very proud. You know, all the parents should be proud of their little ones. You know, coming out here to support their school. And
so the Lady Hornets have high hopes for this year, and I don't think that they're extremely high at all. I believe that they're attainable and they should be expected. I do expect this team to do great things, and it's way too early, and I'm not trying to, put that jinx in there, but you can't help but to get a little excited about some district success and maybe make a later season run, but nonetheless, they're going to take care of business 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And right now, Connally Cadets is in their crosshair.
Well, right now, fresh start, top of the 4th, and here we go. First pitch. That's the ball.
No, that's going to be a strike.
What? Hold up, what?
That is going to be a strike. Count is 0-1 to Gardner. With a 40-mile-per-hour wind coming at her face. Gardner asked for time. That was a heck of a wind gust, folks. That would do a lot of dust.
Man, I hope you brought your kites. You could probably fly them right now.
No. You buy those Walmart kites that fold them in half and snap.
Don't say that.
Caused me to go crying to my teacher.
Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, 0-1, 1 strike.
That was way too high. Great job by Gardner. Rubio saying, hey, I gave you 1 strike. That's about all I can do. Each batter's gave you 1 hittable ball. My man, you can see the dust coming right off.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Look away. Look away.
And David, me and you are going to be the same color by the end of this broadcast.
Oh, is that right?
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here. Rubio now offering to Gardner. Gardner's going to put this in play, and there's no doubt about it. That's going to be knocked down by the wind. I was about to say there's no doubt about it. If it wasn't for the wind, that would bows out. That ball carries out every night, folks. The 30-mile-per-hour gust of wind held that one, and that ball looked like he just hit the wall, didn't it?
Looked like it, but man, I thought that was almost a home run.
It would have been on a normal night where we don't have hurricane-like winds. That's a home run. That's a robbery right there, folks.
A little over-exaggeration there, but I'll take it.
But you know what? We're not going to stop believing as Journey Garrett comes up to the plate. She puts the ball immediately in play, and once again, the ball keeps finding the gloves of the Cadets. That is 1-2 out action for the Connally Cadets against the Gatesville Hornets here. This is going to bring up number 19, Madison Bernal. Again, looking to keep this inning alive. 2 outs, just like that. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, Gatesville Hornets lead 4-0 in this 40-mile-per-hour wind.
Here's the first pitch. High ball.
Again, we've seen that with Rubio. She'll do a high ball followed by a very slow dead center strike. So if the pattern is right, there'll be a low ball dead center strike.
That's gonna be all day.
Nope, a high one again. No, that's gonna be a strike. And she put a little arc on that one as the bottom fell out of that pitch and just dropped right in the strike zone at home plate, right in front of Miss Burnell, and it fooled everybody, including myself. Miss Rubio using the low velocity to her advantage now.
Right now, 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. Gatesville still leading up 4-0. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's a bouncer in front of home plate. That ball was kind of like a Savannah Banana pitch type thing. You bounce it off a home plate and swing it.
Oh, be nice. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, 2-1 is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. I feel a single coming. I feel a single coming. Here's the pitch.
Well, in order for that to happen, David, the ball's got to be in a place where the batter can hit. That was, I've seen, that ball was lower than what my tee-off is on the hole number 3 at the Gatesville Country Club.
I thought you were going to say lowrider.
No, David, no. I do not have a lowrider.
3-1 is the count.
Too many speed bumps in my neighborhood. There's a
smacks it. There it goes.
I can't see the ball, but it sits up there.
It's going.
And it looks like it's going to, once again, carry foul. That ball would normally stay in play, but once that ball's in the air, that wind is just pushing it to my right. If you're behind home plate, it's pushing the wind's pushing from left to right here, folks.
Right now we got a full count, 3-2, 2 outs.
Miss Rubio here. Looking at Miss Burnell with the payoff pitch. And that's not bad.
It's out. It's
that's going to be playable for Connally.
Oh,
she's going to glove it 1, 2, 3 by the Connally Cadet defense. All outs by the glove. Score remains 4-0, and we're going to be at the top of the fourth when we come back from this commercial break, folks.
First National Bank has been your hometown community bank, serving you with the best in financial services. From checking, savings, home, auto, and personal loans, First National Bank does it all with the integrity of a true community bank, taking great pride in having served our community and the surrounding areas since 1912. Come see why Coryell County trusts our award-winning service with their financial well-being and security. First National Bank, always putting you first.
All right, folks, we're back at the Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl.
Right now, 4-0 for the Hornets versus the Cadets here. And we're going to go in the top of the fourth. Surprisingly, blank inning for the Gatesville Hornet offense. And that was thanks to the golden gloves of Connally Cadets and also a lot of pop-ups. There was a lot of pop-up actions, ball staying up in the air, allowing the Connally Cadets to get up underneath there and camp up underneath there and make a play on the ball. I believe that we were robbed of a home run earlier today. As it looked like Miss Gardner would have had a home run, but she just smacked that ball. Looked like it was a no-doubter home run, but apparently the wind did put plenty of doubt. All right, we're ready. We're set to go here in the top of the fourth, and this is number 13, Patience Daniel, getting the first contact, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be a foul for Miss Patience here, as she drew contact on the first pitch. All right, 0-1. Patience now. 1-2-1. She gets the instructions from her coach, and now she looks to deliver. Ooh, my goodness, got a pass Patience there. 0-2. Now everything in the bag and everything in the option for the Gatesville coach.
Right now, count is 0-2. None, 2 strikes, no outs. Ooh, and that's a strike.
That's going to be a strikeout, 8th on the night for Madison here. Hey, good job with the coaches calling the right pitches and calling the right game for their pitcher, knowing what pitches are Hester's go-to here in the windy conditions. As we found out from one of our fans, they're like, absolutely, the wind does affect the pitch, duh.
Once again, the coach is signaling off to her players.
This is number 1 versus number 1, and number 1 for Connally is Kayana Moore, and she was swinging for the fences, or I should say the wind. You're not going to hit the fences on this kind of wind. But Hester throws about an 80-mile-per-hour. Obviously, I'm being facetious here, but throws like an 80-mile-per-hour pitch past her. And Kayana was big time late on that. I mean, the ball was already in the glove, and she hadn't finished her swing yet. And that was Glover trying to frame that pitch, trying to get the call to go to Gatesville's way. Unsuccessful. It's going to bring the count 1-1 here. It's 1 across the board. It's picket fences. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So far in the top of the fourth, and a game in which the Gatesville Hornets lead 4-0.
Here comes the pitch.
That's got to be a strike. Yeah, that's a strike. I was going to say, I don't know why the ump made it so dramatic there, but good call by him. Good job by him. Brings the count to 1-2.
There goes the water bottle.
Oh, goodness gracious! Luckily there's no runners on the base. Otherwise, that'd be a wild pitch. So if you're going to do that, David, now's the time to do that. Get that. Hester does a good job of getting that out of her system now. Gatesville hasn't really dealt with a lot of runners on bases. No. This has been kind of like a stress-free game so far for Hester. Of course, it's easy to do that when you strike out 8 batters. Got the 1-4-4 pitch coming up for Hester. Don't know what that means, but I want to sound smart.
Oh, there's the pitch.
Oh, that's a beautiful. That was a beauty. You could tell that was a strike the minute it left her hands, and that's gonna put 2 outs for the Lady Hornets here, and I'm surprised by nothing. Alrighty, now we got some pitcher-on-pitcher crime here. We've got Hester versus Chloe Rubio, and Rubio is a cadet pitcher, and who's been doing a decent job for Connally here, for just moving from catcher to pitcher. So credit to that young lady.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, fresh count, 2 outs. Gatesville lead 4-0. Swing, and there's a strike.
That ball was right. That ball started off in the strike zone, and it raised a little bit out of the strike zone. Did you see that? That was pretty phenomenal. I don't know what you call that, a rise ball or whatever. Folks, if you're listening, what would you call that? But it looked like it started off in the strike zone and just got just a hair off it. And that one's not going to find the strike zone. It does find the glove of Glover, however, for a ball. Coach calls 1-5-1, but right now we're sitting at 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Here comes a 1-1 pitch.
Ooh, that's real low. It didn't hit the ground, but that thing just hovered all the way across there. Rubio's probably wondering, how do you do that? She likes those rainbow light balls, those ones that are got about a 16-foot ceiling. Alrighty. Hester now on the same page. That's going to be a strike, and it is a strike. That's 2-2-2. This would be a Porter John's worst nightmare, 2-2-2. You ever see those slogans that we're #1 in a #2 business of those honey trucks?
I have not, dude.
Excuse me. Ooh. Didn't mean to burp on the broadcast there.
Nasty.
And that's going to work. That's going to be a ball, and that's going to work the count full. 3-2-2. It's about as full as you can get. Something that my sister-in-law doesn't say very much after a buffet. All right, moving right along. Hester with a payoff pitch. And that gets past Rubio for the 3rd out of the inning. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th, and I think we're going to go to the commercial before we talk about that.
Higginbotham Brothers, serving communities for over 140 years. At Higginbotham's, we have always been committed to our local community. Shop our store for our full line of building supplies. Choose from our top brands like all our steel products. Check out our full line of Valspar paints. We are your hunting and fishing headquarters, so come in for your hunting and fishing license. Higginbotham's proudly supports Gatesville athletics. Go Hornets!
All right, folks, we're back, and with that last strikeout, that was Madison Hester's 100th strikeout. Gosh, can you believe that, David? That is quite the accomplishment, and no doubt she's going to want to keep that ball as a souvenir. Maybe we can talk her into autographing and giving to us.
You're too much.
But that is quite the accomplishment, and it feels like she's gotten about 50 of them tonight.
Well, congratulations to her. 100, man, that's a lot.
That is a lot. I mean, that just shows how dominant of a pitcher she is. Great job to that young lady. Batting first for Gatesville here in the bottom of the 4th is going to be freshman. That's right, folks. I said freshman, Leah Torres. You don't really see a lot of freshmen on varsity teams, and when they do make varsity, you don't get to see them play a whole lot. But man, Gatesville wow, boy, that wind is going. It is going right in our faces. But like we're talking about, Miss Torres here, she was able to get. I believe she had a lead. She had a double the first time she walked up, and then couldn't quite make it home at a bang play, and was thrown out at home her first time at the bat. So Torres had great contact the first time she was up. She looks to continue that.
I'm sorry, Jake. I'm trying to fight the dust.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. I got my sunglasses on here at night.
Oh, I'm glad you do, sir. I'm glad
I got my sunglasses at night, so I can. Most people who are not born before the year 1993 don't even know what I'm singing here. But nonetheless, we got a softball game in action for you. We got Miss Torres ready to go here at the plate. Chloe Rubio continuing pitching for Connally. And that's going to, looks like that's close to being a strike, but that was going to be outside of the plate. That brings the count 1-0.
She didn't even flinch. Did you see that?
No.
She didn't even flinch.
Torres knows what pitch she wants, so she's... And that's the thing is, though, David, this pitch comes at you not that fast, so she's able to make a decision. Just, doesn't have to rush through it. She doesn't have to panic. She can just sit there, hey, that ball doesn't look like it's in the strike zone. She can lay off of it. She has time to, as that ball doesn't have a lot of velocity on it.
Well, right now it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strike.
Well, let me tell you something. Torres don't want to walk. She wants to hit. I mean, you saw the hit that she made the first time up. She's got a strong, strong bat.
Ooh, high ball.
No matter how strong, though, you don't want to swing at a pitch 10 foot above your head.
But props to the cadets, to doing their best out here right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Not taking away or not trying to be overcritical of Miss Rubio here. Just being asked to pitch here. That looked like might have been a strike.
That's a strike.
3-1. Torres takes a moment, steps out of the batter box. Her teammates showing her support here.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, 4-0. Gatesville up 4-0. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Now she's adjusted where she's at in the box. She's at the very front of the box here.
And here comes the pitch. Smacks it down
the field.
And
there she goes. That might be why she stepped out of that batter's box, David. She made an adjustment. She went to the front of the batter's box. I think she saw something by Rubio that she's like, hey, this pitch is kind of coming up a little short. So she made that adjustment. Kudos to Leah Torres playing like a upperclassman when she's just a freshman. At midnight. We have until midnight, yeah. That was actually Madison Hester there asking if they can view themselves on YouTube. And folks, this broadcast will be available until midnight tonight. And then after that, all bets are off, and you got to bring them down.
Dang it.
This is number 2, Grace Carruthers here.
Well, anyways, yes, sir.
We have a lot of fans, David. They want to watch this broadcast when they get home.
Well, here comes the second pitch, and that's a ball. And here comes the third base for steal.
There's Torres. Good heads-up play. And that's going to be a wild pitch by Rubio, which is kind of weird because he's not exactly throwing with a lot of velocity to get one past, but kind of just wind looked like it carried that one a little bit outside the strike zone, and Connally Cadet catcher unable to make her glove on top of that one. So
1-1 pitch. Here he comes.
There we go.
Smacks it down low.
That's
okay.
going to be a fair ball.
She's running for
it. Going to be play at first, and that's going to be
She dropped it.
That's going to bring Torres home. And that's going to advance number 2, Grace Carruthers, to second base. And I think that's going to go down as an error for number 4 of the Lady Cadets, Mallory Hancock. But great contact, great right there. Even when you think you might be out, great job by number 2, Grace Carruthers, given full effort to get down the baseline to first base. It was because of that speed and sprint that she did, and effort is why she was safe and was able to turn for second. So that's going to bring up the score of 5-0 at the bottom of the 4th. Runner at second. And number 11 here.
Wild pitch.
That's going to be a number 11. Adeline Shelton looks to bring her Delton. Now that Delton. Now that brings it to 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th, David.
Top of the 5th?
No, bottom of the 4th. Home team always bats last. Great job in the Gatesville offense looking to break this open as we figured this was going to be a matter of time. It's going to bring up number 4, Lankenstrass, Amelia Lankenstrass, for the Gatesville Hornets. No outs, 2 runs. Got a runner on second. Ooh, this is going to be not close to a double play, but this will be a single out. This will be the Gatesville Hornets' first out. But it does advance the runner to third. So Shelton makes her way to third base, avoids the double play. 1 out. This will bring up Briley Ford. And she had a hit in her last at-bat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 out. Gatesville up 6-0. Fresh count.
What inning are we in?
Bottom of the 4th.
The top of the bottom?
The top of the bottom.
Or the top of the bottom of the 4th.
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Well, St. Patty's Day was yesterday.
Yes, I know.
All right, that's going to be a ball. So we got 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Gatesville Hornets lead 6-0, bottom of the 4th. Ford now waiting for her pitch, being real patient. Not to be confused with Patience, the batter for Connally, or the player for Connally, excuse me. All right, 3 balls, no strikes now. Miss Rubio tries to avoid the walk. The pitch is too high, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk there for Miss Ford. And none of those pitches really close to the strike zone there. So now there's runners on the corners for Gatesville. 1 out. And we have excitement here at the Gatesville Stadium here. That's going to be number 8, Rayleigh Glover. She's been playing catcher duties this evening. That looks like that might be a strike, and on that strike, Briley's going to steal from first to second. So now Gatesville having runners second and third. Gatesville dominant in both offense, defense, and base running. Every facet of the game here on full display for you folks tonight. All right, Rubio. Pitches one a little too high. We got a 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out situation. So far, still the bottom of the 4th. Glover looks on. Looks like she wanted it, but ball was just way too high. Felt like if it was close, she would have taken at it, but again, that ball in no man's land.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all miss me. Yeah, right. Anyways, well, that's a wild pitch.
No, it's not a wild pitch.
It's a wild pitch.
It's going to work the count to 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Rubio's struggling to throw strikes here in the bottom of the 4th. And Gatesville Hornets have been making her pay. And when she does throw a strike, boy, they are on top. The Hornets are on top of it.
Smacks it, and that's a foul ball.
Oh, my goodness. That was good contact. I mean, you see the power on that, but she draws that foul. A little late on that swing, kind of.
Trying to give a souvenir to the fans out there.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, if you think you can handle that ball, be my guest.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we got a full count, 3-2 and 1 out. Gatesville up 6-0.
And Rubio is trying to be like a bank because she's got a payoff pitch coming, and that's going to be in.
Oh, it's going.
That might be in play. That's going to be that's foul.
That was close.
Can't tell by the way I'm saying that's foul. Sounds like I got softball Tourette's. All right, well, we're going to do this again. It's going to be Glover versus Rubio. Count is full. 1 out. Gatesville leads 6-0.
Here comes the pitch.
Payoff pitch coming.
Smacks it.
And almost the exact same type of swing and ball location. As you saw a fan out there who was just camping on there, it was like throwing her hands up like, hey, are you picking on me out there? As that foul ball almost struck that fan in the head.
Once again, full count. 1 out. Gatesville up 6-0. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's a
Once
good
again,
smack.
smacks it.
That's going to be down. It's going to draw 2 runners home. Make it 7, 8. And great job. A 2-run RBI double for Miss Glover. She's getting her McRibs in. She got 2 ribbies on that one and got a double for her team. It's 8-0, bottom of the 4th, 1 out. That's going to bring up number 6. Journey Garrett. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going to start singing again.
Do you believe in life after life?
Okay, that's Cher. Why are we doing Cher in this broadcast?
It just came to my mind.
Not when Journey is up to bat. I apologize, folks. It won't be Journey Garrett at bat. It looks like it's going to be number 12, Kinley Gardner, who almost had a home run last at bat, but the wind caught it and just, it's like it hit a brick wall.
Did you say something? What?
Yeah. So this is going to be Miss Gardner now, getting ready. And she's ready to go, but remember, when she gets a hold of that ball, look at that, go again, and she's testing this wind out. That's going to hit center field. Right at the fence, hit center field, but you know what? That's going to be a...
Oh, she's going for it! She's going for it!
Great job. Great heads up by Emily Moore, who tagged up and then ran from second to third all the way to home. So a sacrifice fly there for Miss Gardner. Again, testing the wind out here. That would have been 2 home runs for Gardner had it not been for the wind. I'm not exaggerating, folks. That ball was all the way at the fence. She picked the longest part of the field to go out on, and it was just at the warning track if we ever had one back there against this wind. That's impressive. Great batting by Ms. Gardner there. She gets a sacrifice fly. 9-0. Gatesville leads over Connally. Not quite the nail biter. Not quite the nail biter, folks. Now we have Garrett, Ms. Garrett here. Journey Garrett for Gatesville. She's sitting in a 1-ball, 0-strike hole here. Not hole, but favorable count, actually.
As you see, that ball was a little high.
Yeah, that ball was definitely high.
Right now, count is 1-0.
No, it should be.
Excuse me, 2-1.
Yeah, they just haven't updated on the.
2-0. 2-0.
Yeah, they just haven't updated on the deal here. That's nonetheless. Contact is made. She didn't have to run this out.
Oh.
Speaking out, that is a good hustle by the Cadets. But none before Gatesville puts up 5 in the bottom of the 4th, and we're going to put up a commercial.
I'm David Venture.
Our staff is highly trained to help our customers with the collision claims processing with all insurance companies. Our collision repair techs are fully skilled to make necessary repairs to get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. And with our newly added paint booth and color match paint system, we can get your car or truck back on the road. So give us a call at 254-865-6338.
All right, folks, we're back, and I feel super safe. We got Mr. Fitzer here. He's got our back like he has at many soccer games. I tell you what, David, after the last soccer game we got to, we almost had to use him. He was busy that game, wasn't he?
Oh man, that was exciting, dude.
That was an intense soccer game, B2.
Yeah, the ref sucked.
Yeah. Fitzer gets his 2 cents in there, and boy, he's standing right behind us, and he's been with us football games, basketball games, soccer games, softball games, baseball games, you name it. He's out here. He's also out here guarding our students, going to school at the crosswalk and all that kind of stuff too. He makes sure that nobody's driving across that crosswalk.
You know what, Jacob? I wish I could have heard you because this wind is picking up really bad.
What are you trying to try out for the Weather Channel there, David?
And now back to you.
I tell you what, it does feel like we are in Oklahoma. Alrighty, well, we're about to start things off here at the top of the 5th. And that's going to draw the batter for Connally, which is number 9. That's going to be Tyler Thomas, and she's going to take a strike. No surprise here. Once again, Hester getting her 100th career strike tonight. That's amazing for that young lady. Ooh, my goodness. That ball was right down the middle, but when it's that fast, it doesn't matter, folks. 0-2 count now. Again, this is where she likes to throw some low ones here. When she has an 0-2 count, she likes to throw them a little low, see if she can get Thomas to chase for it. I look for doing that same thing here. I kind of like that idea, but we'll see what a 1-1-2 is.
Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, that's 0-2, 0 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, that's might have been that was. Okay, that was close. It should have been, all right. I guess.
I thought that was a strike.
I guess it wasn't a strike. It looked like a strike to me, but what do I know? I don't have a calibrated eyeball. I'm kidding. The ump's doing a great, phenomenal job tonight behind the plate. It's not an easy job, folks. All right, you see me? that was my way of being able to criticize him afterwards.
But right now, 1-2 is the count.
Ooh, high. Did you see that? That is right there. That ball was high, and she got Thomas to chase after. That's what 2 strikes will do for you. And let me tell you something, that's probably not a bad idea if you're a Connally Cadet batter. Just swing at the thing, because it's probably going to be a strike either way. And this is our fictitious number 7 batter. She's not on any roster here. This will be number 7. I kid, obviously. She's not a fictional character.
What?
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Madison throws a one that's perfect level, just outside. Wind looked like she threw when that wind was gusting 25 mile per hour, 30 mile per hour.
And now with your local news.
Yeah. Your weather forecast is going to be partly cloudy skies and lots of wind.
Right now, 0-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch.
Woo!
Straight!
My goodness, you know what I think Connally needs to have a chance out here? A tennis racket. Because Hester is throwing some fire tonight.
You're so mean, bro.
No, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being playful. You know, I'm not disrespecting Connally, but it is 9-0. I'm giving Gatesville credit, not tearing anybody down, just giving Gatesville credit.
Right now, 1-1's the count. Here we go.
Oh, my goodness. Glover's showing her flexibility.
No,
right here, what?
Do you hear that when that ball smacks that glove? It's like, pow!
David, I'm right next to you. If you heard it, I heard it.
No, you didn't. You just admired. No, anyways.
No, that's a good illustration, though, David, for the audience to hear that ball is smacking into that glove as Hester's throwing heat.
Will that be ball?
Back-to-back pitches that are low there. That'll bring the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here at the top of the 5th. Now we're at the top of the 5th, David. You've been saying top of the 5th while we're at the bottom of the 4th for a while.
Hey, it's top of the 5th.
Woo! Another strike, and that's going to draw the count full. 3-2 with 1 out. Well, I said 1 outs. Apparently I sprayed like a Windex bottle at you. My apologies.
Oh, God. My eyes.
There's Officer White there, being hypercritical of us as usual.
A strike and it's out.
And that's going to be, I think, her 9th strikeout of the night. Again, not surprised by anything. Hester just dealing on fire tonight. My hat goes off to the cadets because that's a tall order to ask, trying to swing on a pitch from Hester. And right now, they haven't been able to do it. Haven't been able to get on the board. I think there's only been 2 hits so far this whole game by the cadets. Number 14, Jaliyah Robinson, coming up to try to challenge Hester. And so far, Hester gets it right behind her for an 0-1. Sorry, David.
There's another strike right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like to see. Strike 1.
I tell you what. I like to have Hester on my bowling team because God knows we need strikes. I can't get a strike to save my life in a bowling alley.
So basically what you tell me is that you can't bowl.
Oh, heads up! That's going to be hopefully our fans are paying attention. That's okay. The wind's going to carry it over to the highway.
Man, that's scary.
That ball started off just behind home plate and wound up on Highway 36, folks. My goodness. It's like we're in Thunderdome out here.
Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 0-2 is the count. No ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs, Gatesville leading 9-0.
It's Officer White trying to encourage us to have a catchphrase. He thrown in the Major League Baseball movie, Just a Bit Outside. Remember that?
Man, what a throwback.
All right, that's going to draw the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th.
Right now, Gatesville's doing a phenomenal job right now, as we can see.
Hester looks to sit Jalaya down here on this next pitch.
Ooh. I wonder how fast she's pitching.
Yeah, I wish I had a radar gun.
0, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't have a. Ooh, Hester gets July to swing on one that was in the stars. Great job, and I believe that's 10 strikeouts in the evening for Hester. My goodness, I think she's worked her count to 102 strikeouts total. My goodness. She means business this season, folks. All right, that's going to be drawing us to the bottom of the 5th. And we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about it.
You rely on your computer for everything you do, be it running a business or doing simple things like staying up with your social media loops. But what do you do if it suddenly gets slow or stops working? That's when you need to call Blazin Technology. We are the top-rated computer repair service in Central Texas, offering computer repair, virus removal, IT support services, and networking. Blazin Technology offers in-home and business IT support, or you can drop by our office at 502 East Main Street in Gatesville. Call Blazin Technology at 254-865-5227 today to keep your system running smoothly.
All right, folks, we're back. And I've got Madison Hester right next to me, giving me her secret as to how she's throwing so many strikes today. She just says she throws really fast. And right now, we still got Miss Rubio, Chloe Rubio here for Connally.
Yeah, Maddie!
We're here at the bottom of the 5th. Gatesville Hornets lead 9-0. And we're going to have number 19 of the Gatesville Lady Hornets. That's going to be Madison Burnell. One of 2 Madisons on the team. All right, looks like we're all set to go here. Bottom of the 5th. Rubio looks like she's ready to deliver. And that is going to be a ball for the first pitch. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Alrighty, that's going to draw up number 13, Leah Torres. And this is her 3rd at-bat. And remember, we talked about her earlier in the broadcast. She's a freshman on the team. It's always good when you get freshmen some playing time on varsity. It makes them only the better when they get to a junior, senior year.
Smacks in left side field, and it's foul ball.
I tell you what, every contact that she's made with the ball has gone some distance. I mean, my goodness, she has, again, a very, very strong bat.
I will go the
Something you don't see a lot on varsity as a freshman, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 0-1. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's 1-1 for the count.
1 ball, 1 strike here. Not sure that was a. I'm sure that was a strike. Oh my goodness, that's going to be right over the head of the shortstop. And that's going to go behind the left fielder. And that's going to stop Torres at first base. And that's going to bring Burnell to third. Torres to second. That'll be a leadoff double. Or excuse me, not a leadoff double. That'll be a double for Torres as we got runners on second and third. No outs. Gatesville Hornets offense making the Lady Cadets pay on a few errors. All right, that looks like that was going to be a walk. I was assisting our cameraman here. Apologize for that, folks. Look, I believe that's a walk. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's going to load the bases here. Zero outs. Bottom of the fifth here.
Oh, she throws it center.
And that's going to be a score for Gatesville, 10-0. Right here at the bottom of the fifth, and that's going to end it, folks. 10-0. And the Gatesville Hornets all over the Connally Cadets. My goodness, great job. I want to shout out to, all the Lady Hornets, but Madison Hester, the effort she did, recording about 11 or 12 strikeouts, setting up her team, making it hard for the Cadets to swing on anything. They only got 2 hits this whole entire game. And I'm telling you right now, the hitting of her teammates, Ms. Ford, Burnell, Torres, all Glover, particularly, they just a great team effort. And if this is an indication on things that we're going to see this season, folks, we need to be excited about it. Come out here and support your Hornets. Oh, my goodness, great game. And I tell you what, I love the camaraderie that we're seeing from the Lady Hornets here and their fans. David, what are your thoughts?
Hey, man, they came out here. They did their job. Props to them. And their parents should be proud. I can't wait to see them next time here at home game. When would that be, Jacob? Do you know by any chance?
No, but the next broadcast that we're going to do is going to be the soccer game.
Oh, that's right.
This Friday, boys and girls in China Spring, and that'll be on NFHS.
I guess you're going to be attending that?
Yes, I will be. I'm proud parent of 2 daughters there, MJ Martinez and Vanya Martinez. So I will be there. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I mean, best of luck to them. I hope they make it far into the playoffs because, ladies and gentlemen, this was a wonderful game. Gatesville ends with 10-0 over Connally. And Jacob, any last words?
I want to credit to Miss Rubio here. I'm not crying. It's just the my goodness.
I'm sorry, dude. Would you like a tissue?
Anyway, Miss Rubio for the Connally Cadets. Again, we're a Hornet broadcast, but I want to just give her a shout out because she was asked to be a pitcher at the drop of a hat the day of the game. And that's not an easy spot that you can just limp your way through. Kudos to her. She showed good composure, good effort. She never lost her cool. Her teammates backed her up, so good job to her.
Is that why you're crying?
No, man, I'm tearing up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said...
this is what happens when you take your sunglasses off. Why do you think I was wearing them?
Why'd you take them off then?
Well, because I can't see anything, and people are probably thinking that I'm trying to be cool. I don't even know where my sunglasses are.
Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it.
Yeah.
PPE, yes, sir.
That's
PPE.
right. So, as a sign-out word, that's Officer White giving safety messages. Always wear your PPE, ear protection and eye protection.
That's right. As you get blasted for
All right, folks. Before we blow away, this is Jacob Padgett and David Delatorre saying good night
and God bless.
Cyber is a worldwide leader in the manufacture of